Happy New Year and welcome to Journey to 600. We're going to be focusing on the other systems category and we're going to be focusing on burns specifically. So I love a good chart, so I created a types of burn chart to break it down because sometimes it can get confusing with superficial and partial deep and full versus, second degree burn, third degree burn, it can get confusing. So I made this beautiful chart, if I do say so myself. So just to hit some of the highlights of this chart, we'll start with superficial. It is going to have no blisters but be painful. It is considered a first degree burn versus a superficial partial burn. It's going to have a broken epidermis and you are going to see the dermis layer. It will be exposed. You'll have intact blisters and it will also be painful. It's considered a second degree burn. Then we have deep partial. This is where you're going to see broken blisters and damage to both the epidermis and dermis. It is also considered a second degree. Then we have full thickness burn. This is when fat is going to be exposed. It could be a variety of different colors. It is considered a third degree burn. I know it could get confusing with the different types, like superficial versus full, and then, first degree versus third degree. But I will say I do remember when I was studying and preparing, I didn't really get a lot of practice questions that focused on like first, second, third degree burn. I would say mainly focus on my top points up there, naming that. I'm also going to provide some links because some websites and some sources label things differently. So it depends on what your teachers are teaching, and it depends on what textbooks y'all are using to study for the NPTE. So go by that. I just tried to condense it in a way that makes sense. And along with the charts, I love a beautiful visual. I found this visual online, and I think it kind of lays it out really nicely with the superficial thickness, full thickness versus, first, second, third, fourth degree burns. So screenshot this, add it to your study materials. I think this is a really great visual if you are struggling with burns. Okay, the correct answer is A. Let's go over this. All of the following are at an increase or high risk of infection except, so, A, superficial thickness. Superficial thickness, it doesn't break the skin. That is why you're not as at high of a risk for infection. Whereas full thickness, superficial partial thickness, and deep partial thickness burns, they break into that epidermis, dermis, fat, it could go all the way down. So you are at a higher risk for infection once you break that epidermis. That's it. Our skin is amazing and it protects us from a lot. So that's why the answer is A. Okay. Oh, help me. These lines are so small. Oh, my eyes are aging. Anyway, so first degree, if you follow that really thin pink line, I'm gonna make these lines thicker next time, I promise. First degree goes with the epidermis is damaged, it's painful, no blisters, it's considered superficial thickness. Second degree, follow that really thin till line. That's when you have intact or broken blisters. The epidermis and dermis is damaged or exposed, and it could be malted red or waxy white. So it's that combination of, when you think of the chart, the two in the middle, because those are both considered second degree burns. That's why it's intact or broken blisters, and it could be dermis and epidermis damaged or exposed, depending if it is superficial partial or deep partial thickness. So if we go to third degree and follow that thin white line, that is when you see fat exposure. So it could be white or charred. There's another comma in there. I might have meant to add more colors. Maybe not. Don't know. And then fourth degree, I didn't have it in my chart, but the visual showed that fourth degree involves muscle and bone. Okay, if you made it this far, I do plan to expand on burns. I just feel like this needed its own video. Um, Also, sorry that I sound horrible. I've had a sinus infection for like 2 months. So forgive me. And thank you for joining us on Journey to 600. Please like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Thanks, guys. Bye.